Hello everyone, welcome to our talk. My name is Mang Cai, PhD, JD, attorney at law, work at New Weiming Law Group. We have a history of more than 9 years, and we have helped thousands of applicants to receive their application approvals for their EB1 NIW type green card and also for visa and other immigration type applications. So today, my topic is how many foreign students are there in the United States? Well, why do we discuss this? Just want to give you information of the big picture. For example, we always hear clients say, oh, I want to get US green card and I want to have it as soon as possible. Well, that's good, yeah. But as we all know, besides what you want, there's also the reality. For example, I want to have a nice house in Hawaii, apartment in Manhattan, New York City, and maybe also in Beijing and other metropolitan cities. But what I want and what I can get, is two different things. As we can see, there are so many foreign students in the US and other potential applicants of US green cards. So you need to plan ahead and act early, act fast, and be realistic. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. These numbers were published by the US federal government in this year, 2018. So overall, we know there are more than 1 million foreign students enrolled in schools in the US. How do they break up in the categories? For their source countries, there are more than 370,000 students from China enrolling in all kinds of different schools in the US. In other words, maybe every 3 foreign students, there's 1 from China. There are about equal numbers of male and female students from China. And among them, about 14,000 are pursuing associate degree. A whopping number of more than 136,000 students are pursuing bachelor's degree. And also more than 51,000 students are pursuing a doctorate degree. And more than 114,000 students are pursuing master's degrees. There are also more than 32,000 students enrolling in private secondary schools, mostly high schools in the US. They are from China. Okay, then the next is India. There are also many students coming from India. The total number is more than 200,000. The ratio of male to female students from India are more than 2 to 1. And there are again, around 20,000 doctorate students from India. But counting master students, and you will see there are more than 160,000 master's degree students from India. And this number exceeds the students pursuing master's degree from China. Other than that, there are more than 67,000 students from South Korea. And among those, more than 10,000 students are enrolling in doctorate programs, pursuing the doctor's degree. And other than that, from Iran, altogether, there are only, 12,000 total students from Iran. But among them, a whopping more than 9,000 are pursuing doctor's degree. So in other words, almost 75% of all the foreign students from Iran, they enroll in graduate school and pursuing their doctorate degree. Other than that, foreign students who are pursuing doctor's degree from Bangladesh, there are 3,500. From Nepal, there are 2,300. From Nigeria in Africa, there are 1,600. So overall, you get the idea, right? And other than that, these are only the foreign students enrolled in US schools. This does not count the visiting scholars and the postdocs who come to the US directly, and most of them are holding J visa. And there are also others who are maybe graduated and are now working in the US, use various work visas, such as O1 visa, L1 visa, and other types of work visas. And there are also others who come from foreign countries like India directly to the US to work without studying in the universities or other schools in the US. That's the total number. You get the idea, you get the impression. So that determines the supply and demand and makes it more difficult to get the approval for the EB1, the employment-based first preference. Well, fortunately, NIW, National Interest Waiver, is still relatively easy to approve, and I suggest you act fast in the NIW category to get the NIW approval. And other than that, well, the employer-sponsored PERM application, the critical step is determined by the U.S. Department of Labor, not by the USCIS. And so far, our observation is it is still relatively easy and straightforward to get PERM approved. So if you qualify for any of these type of application, I suggest you consider acting fast. Other than that, there's the H-1B work visa. There's also the lottery because the demand far exceeds the supply. Why is that? One reason, as you can see, is there are a large number of foreign students in the United States. So we all know that the US, is the largest country of immigrants. So each year, the US admits about 1 million new immigrants from worldwide. The vast majority of those new immigrants are family-based and not employment-based. But anyways, 1 million sounds like a pretty big number. But on the other hand, the world population, it grows each year, and it is estimated that the current world population increase by more than 80 million per year. Well, this is the situation. You can see the pure numbers, and all these numbers we provide for reference. And as you can see, there are so many foreign students in the US, and the world population grow by large number year over year, and that make it sometimes more difficult to get the immigration petition approved. So, if you do want to stay in the US, plan ahead and act reasonably, realistically. Consider apply the type of immigration category that is suitable for you as soon as possible. I hope you get the right number and the impression, and you can plan your career goal and your future goal in the US accordingly. Thank you.